It's okay, I'm going to skip through some of this because I can recognize when people need to go and have beer and parties, and some of this is quite deep anyway. So I'm Jim Cownie. I'm architect for the OpenMP runtime in the Intel implementation, which is also the LLVM runtime. So if you're interested in it, you can download it and play with it. I discovered just today that it's being used by SGS Thompson in some embedded ARM process that I didn't even know they were doing, but the booth slides on the OpenMP booth have that in there. Why does this matter to you? You're here, you kind of think that OpenMP is important. We absolutely agree. The reason we believe it's important is because parallelism and SIMD are happening. They're not going to stop happening. You can see the growth here in the numbers of cores in the Xeon processors. We have 18 cores, so a two-socket machine has 36 cores, 72 hardware threads, and currently has a SIMD width of 256. On the Xeon Phi side, we're already at a SIMD width of 512 and huge numbers of cores. Going to be even more cores in Knight's Landing when that appears. AVX 512 is already announced and will be coming to the Xeon line as well. So the future is parallel, the future is SIMD, you need a way to program it. OpenMP is that way. It's a standard way of doing it. And as we've seen, the directives, the SIMD directives that we're talking about in OpenMP can be used on the Fujitsu machine, a completely different machine, but you have portability of your code, and that's what's critical. This is the status of the Intel C and C++ compilers and Fortran compilers for OpenMP 4. Most of the features are there. User-defined reductions are a little later than the rest, but pretty much everything is there. Here's a big, I'm going to skip through this very fast because it's a code example that really we don't need to look at in detail. It's too detailed. We're out of time already. But here's a serial code. You can add a parallel in the obvious kind of a way, parallelize the outer loop. And when you do that, it gets a scaling of 17.3x on 32 threads, and on the KNC it's still slower than it was on the host. You can then add some SIMDs and reductions, and everything improves a whole lot more. So that got us another 4x or 7x and 15.6x improvement on the 16-way vectors on the KNC. By telling the compiler that the data's aligned, that gets us yet more performance improvement, and then we can do some more smarts. This is a slightly cheaty one that says says to the compiler, turn down the reduction, turn down the accuracy of things a bit, and that gets us some more performance on the Xeon Phi. So that gets us another 2x on there. Recapping, because that was all very fast, and this is the more interesting summary of it. By adding these different OpenMP, all of this was just done in OpenMP. There was, apart from those FIMF flags, which are a bit dubious, I admit, the rest of it is all standard OpenMP stuff. You get these huge performance improvements by using OpenMP. And you need the combination of the vectorization and the parallelization, which OpenMP provides. So they both matter. OpenMP 4 can do them, and Intel compilers are here already.